To Be Hero X, Season 1, Episode 3, The Ever Standing Hero. This is my favorite episode thus far. Let's talk about it. All right, so this episode is The Ever Standing Hero, and this is where Miss J is speaking with Nice on Fern-Man and Fern-Man's nemesis, Wolf Girl, who was currently setting bombs as we were, watching the intro to the episode. And we see that in year 34 after commission, we found out that there's a firefighter that saved a little girl, and he saved the little girl by shoring up a building from collapse. Like, he went in there as a firefighter to save her, so at that, put a jacket on her, and the building's coming down. He immediately, bam, put his hands up and stopped the building from collapsing, and he held it to make sure that she was safe and protected. And this is how he became the hero Fern-Man. And basically, his powers manifested from him being able to just kind of stay steady and rock solid and kind of lock in. So Fern-Man ended up being tasked to help defeat his rise got put into Esol. Esol was chasing someone else, and Fern-Man got tasked to team up with Esol to defeat Magic Shadow. Now it's Nemesis, and he didn't know, but he's like, all right, well, just tell me where I got to be or what's going on, and I'll be there. And he's walking out. He's having a drink, drinking a cola, and he's just like, yo, I'm good to go. Let me know, and I'll be there. So as he walked outside, basically they were coming down the street and they were racing like super fast. Nobody could keep up with them. And Magic Shadow ended up running smack into Fern-Man, more or less obliterating themselves. And Fern-Man didn't even really notice. He was just like, what happened? Oh, I lost my soda, and went back inside to get another soda. Like, that was his thing. This is what propelled him to being one of the top 10 heroes. So he's currently number 10. It was by complete accident, and they end up doing what they could to support him to make sure that he could be the ever standing hero. So again, he's probably got publicists and all this other kind of stuff that were working with him as well. And we see that there was a statue erected in his honor as the ever standing hero. He's currently ranked number 10. Nice is ranked number 15. And Firm's trust was so high that he couldn't bend over. Like, that was the thing. It was physically impossible for him to bend over. He had new gear, new stuff set up, and this little girl who was there at the commissioning ceremony for the statue that was being put up in front of like the Hero Plaza or whatever, she had like this red stole she wanted to put around his neck, but she couldn't do it because he couldn't bend down to have her put it on. It was the little girl that he saved. So the representative guy there, instead of picking her up to have her put it on, he just took it from her and put it around, and it just seemed like he didn't say anything. He didn't do anything. He just kind of bent as far as he could. The guy took the stole, put it on, and that was it. And nothing else was said. And he must forever stand tall, and that's why he can't go into the Wolf Girl's den, which is his nemesis, to stop her. So it's like, okay, now I come full circle. Why won't he stop his nemesis if that's his nemesis? But Wolf Girl's constantly shouting nonsense, I guess, in regards to him, and that's why they're enemies, because she's always bad mouthing him and what he's doing, but he's always standing tall. And again, he can't really defend himself against her. She destroys his image through fairy tales, and that's the thing. So whenever she publishes her books and her works and stuff like that, she is, looks like she's making him out to be a monster or whatever. And that's kind of what people are saying, like, what is this? What is she putting out? We see like little glimpses of it. So Nice is like, all right, cool. I'll go on a search for the den. And there's little key things that you're taking, and this is something that me and my brother were talking about, like through the animation, because it's if you notice, it flops between like a 2D and kind of a 3D kind of style, going back and forth between animation. And there's little things to do, like even when Miss J goes to sit down and she smooths out the bottom of her skirt to have a seat. So like that, it's little instances like this throughout the animation that shows they're taking great care in how they're animating this, and what work they're putting into it. So I like that. It's attention to detail, and I've been trying to watch all the details, having to rewatch this over and over again. Like I'm watching it in sub and dubbed just to see what the differences are in the dialogue, what the differences are in the mannerisms of the characters. Like it's very smooth, and I really like it. So Nice is going to search the den, and he's basically going through and trying to find whatever's going on. He ends up coming across a no-name hero who's stuck inside this little pipe. So he gets him out the pipe, and the guy says, "Thank you, whatever. I'm nobody." And then basically he tries to attack Nice, and Nice ends up putting him back into like more or less the same pipe, and is like, "You're gonna be stuck there because like, what are you doing?" It's like, and he kind of realizes it. Everybody's aiming to be the top. Everybody's trying to boost their way up into the top 10 and eventually number one hero. So, and that's why I said the similarities to My Heroes where that's like aiming to be number one. Like that's the goal, is to be the top hero. So Nice ends up going through and finding the lair, and he relays it to Miss J that the plan is to attack Hero Avenue. It's like it's not just, to go after the ever standing hero firm. Is like it's to attack Hero Avenue specifically for a reason. So basically, these little kids are up there and they're talking to firm, and they're kind of, it's like a field trip, and basically things start going wrong. Bombs go off, stuff starts exploding, the statue comes down, and firm goes to get the statue and hold the statue up before it falls, and he's using everything he's got to hold it up. He's got these big golden braces and everything that are helping him to go over his knees and everything. So like this is stuff to help support him to keep him from falling. Well, in the process of this, we see a little girl who is trying to get away, and she's not able to get away, and Firm is able to keep the statue from falling on her, and it's like she needs to run, but as she does that, Wolf Girl comes out and snatches up the little girl. And it's like, I got her. What are you gonna do? He's like, either you drop the statue because she wants to see the statue fall, or the little girl is not gonna make it, or you can save the little girl. Like, what are you gonna do? Like, you got a choice here: save the little girl and drop the statue, or keep holding it up and then she doesn't make it. Like, what's your option? Well, Nice has been looking through stuff in the layer so that, and eventually Nice shows up and says that she doesn't want to hurt either. She doesn't want to hurt Firm. She doesn't want to hurt the little girl. She's there for something else. And it's just like, okay, well, what is she there for? What's the deal? Her real goal is for Firm to fall and let go, because we find out that Wolf Girl is the girl that he rescued so long ago, so many years ago. And it's like, okay, what's going on? The stories she tell are how she sees Firm Man in her heart, how he's shouldering the load for everybody and never for himself. And she's been through ridicule, she's been made fun of. You know, people are like, "Oh, she claims that she's the girl that Firm Man saved." Whatever. Look at her. She's doing this painting. Is this a Firm Man? Ha ha ha. And they're big, kids are being kids and stuff like that. And all this stuff kind of drove her to, want to help him and share the truth, because she appreciated him so many years ago, saving her life and stuff like that. And that's just kind of like, this is something she's always seen. She's always looked up to him. But again, he's not able to be him anymore, so that he is now this ever-standing hero that is holding up hero society more or less on his back, and he can't do anything else for himself. So she wants to see him fall and let go of everything because of her. So that was, like, again, fantastic storytelling to see. um Firm ends up crying, and he's hurting because, one, he's trying to hold up the statue, and two, to know that that's her, and she's been trying to do this all this time, and now you kind of see things differently. It's all about perspective. So it's like what you see in the comics and stuff that she's been putting out, you see like it's scary and whatever case, but what you see is really her trying to reach out to him. So when you look at it again, it's like, oh, it makes a little bit more sense. So basically his braces end up cracking, his tears end up falling, so at that, and he ends up falling down to a knee. And you know, Nice comes up, and basically Wolf Girl and Nice both run up to help him because he's about to be crushed. And bam, Nice holds up the thing, and Wolf Girl is able to sit there with him and more or less hold him up. So now Nice is holding everything up himself, like straight up, I got this. And he's struggling, but Jay is there. She shows up, and everybody's watching. So that she ends up live streaming it. So that like this was going on, and all that's boosting again. That's the popularity. That's that social media presence. All that stuff is boosting up. His power is rising. He's getting strong or whatever, and he's able to stand up. More or less fully erect, and holding up the statue. And it's just like, wow, this is great. This is him. He is him, and this is what propels him. So Firm basically falls out of the hero ranking, and Nice is able to ascend to the 10th spot in the hero ranking. And it's great because he didn't do it through malice. He didn't do it trying to necessarily upstage anyone, so that he just did something that someone else couldn't do and someone else needs to let go of. So again, there's great storytelling, great setup for everything. Wolf Girl was able to reconnect with Firm Man because he hasn't for several years and so that, and now it all makes sense. Firm says like, look, I'm retiring, like I'm done, I'm moving out the spot, so at that you're finna take over this spot, because I guess everything's about floors. So if you're on the 10th floor, you're the 10th hero, or whatever the case would be. So he's like, I'm retiring, and we see the hard life that he's had. He's not been able to sit down to use the bathroom. He's not been able to, he has to take a shower standing up. He has to sleep standing up. Like his bed was suspended, vertically with straps on it to hold him in place so that he could sleep. And so that, like, it was crazy, like the things that they were doing to him to ensure that he stayed the ever-standing hero that he would never break, and the toll that it had to take on him. Not only him, it took on Wolf Girl, because again, she was trying to protect him this entire time. So it's like, this is great. I love it. Like, this is a really good show. And I don't know, like right now we've had something on each hero through the episode, so I'm not sure if that's the theme. Each episode is going to focus on a hero or something in relation to a hero, or what. But I'm enjoying it. But at the end of this episode, we end up seeing that God's Eye is back, and this episode may focus on God. This next episode may focus on God's Eye, and he has Moon, and she's dressed. She's not regular Moon. She's dressed up in her gear as Moon, and he's got her prisoner, and he's like, "Yo, she's alive. Like, what are you guys gonna do now? Like, it's all fake. She faked her death. She didn't. Not like." I'm exposing this to the world. And you gotta remember, that's his whole thing about exposing the truth. But now he's exposing it through fear and trying to get people's attention that way. So I'm like, this is gonna ramp up really good. And I don't know what's gonna happen. Remember, we got Wreck, who's still more or less in the wind somewhere. So I don't know what he's gonna do, if he's gonna show up and again try to be part of this, or if it's just going to be God's Eye. We're going to have more villains come out the mix, more heroes trying to come to the rescue. I don't know. I'm happy. This is a good show. If you have not been checking it out, I hope you have been, because I've been giving the reviews on it. So I hope you watched all this stuff before you came here so we can talk about it. Again, in the comments, what do you think? What do you think is going to happen? What's the setup going to be? Where's this show going to go? I don't even know how many episodes this is, but again, it's got my attention. Like, how long is Nice going to be able to play nice and continue to be nice before he's exposed to the world? Because this is something that he now has to keep hidden for however long, because once he's exposed, that trust value is going to drop. Like, it's going to plummet, which means his powers are going to go with it. So how are you going to be able to defeat these supervillains if you don't have your powers? Like, what's your whole goal? I don't know. As Batman, he's been pretty good at it. But freaking, that's all I got for this one. Please make sure you hit that little red subscribe button. I appreciate each and every one of you guys for being here, and I'll continue to check this stuff out. Next episode should be dropping hopefully Saturday, right when it drops. If not, definitely have it Sunday. And we'll be continuing with The Last of Us as well, freaking, which is a doozy. So if you've not been watching that, make sure you're checking that out as well. All right. Until then, I'll catch you guys in the next one. Later.